right now, Val. I think you should be called the Parfessor, because all this young man does is rack up par.
Parfessor. I love that, actually.
You are? Oh, he's the Parfessor. He's the Parfessor. Let's go.
And if you're looking for collaborations, try and reach out.
Done reaching out. We're going to rely on the folks there in Atlantic City. We know them. We grew up with them. We are big fans of them. We need your opinions of the top golf courses in this area immediately in the comment section if you got the time. But until then, let's bring you those top 10 courses we were able to find, starting off at number 10.
The Pomona Golf Course. Let's take one more look before they change ownerships. 2.5 million. You get a massive clubhouse, 38 square feet. It's got a bar, busy road cutting through at Moss. Of course, has bent grass greens. They just put it up for sale. $2.5 million. You could play this course for the rest of your life, owning it. And I tell you what, I think it's well worth every penny. Any golf influencers out there, this is the course to buy with its rich history. I'm so excited that it's for sale, but I'm very nervous on the next ownership. And does the course have a driving range? Yeah. You could probably hit driver about 250 to the back. All this property is yours. There's also talk about making it 18 holes for the last, I don't know, 25 years. There's enough room to do it. But at this course, it's really a 9-hole executive type style. You don't need driver. You can practice your irons here, walking out. We also have the old original clubhouse and the cart barn, which is pretty solid. You can have kind of almost host wedding events. There's going to be a lot of changes here when the maintenance crew of just 2 or 3, maybe even just 1, they keep everything simple. Really should be a historical landmark. Sandra Washington, about 80 years ago, opened this course, who was a big business executive in the Atlantic County area. The course opened for play in the late 1940s. Now, being a black-owned business at the time, a black-owned golf course, a ton of discrimination against this course happened. It really, and it was unfortunate, Washington didn't even see that change. She unfortunately died in 1953. It sold the property, and there was a name change to Sandell Country Club. The course was then changed again in 1970 to the Pomona Golf Course, 70s and 80s, when they planted close to 400 trees. At one point, we almost considered sponsoring this with the old channel, but at Pomona Golf Course, shell cart path, because we're close to the shore.
And that's the type of list we're looking at. Trying to get as close to Atlantic City, get the best value, and get the best golf course. If you're looking for a quick 9 holes, I recommend this one with its rich history and just being about, I don't know, 25 minutes away from the Atlantic City Boardwalk. Now taking a look here at number 9, not too far from Pomona Golf Course. We got a fun course. Heron, and was built in 2007. It's a public golf course with bent grass and bent fairways. We're going to be showing you the first 9 holes of this golf course, starting off with number 1. Course plays pretty long. In the back tees, it's about 7,219 yards with a slope of 132 and a ranking of 74 points. Listed online that the number 1 hole is the signature hole. However, of course, did see some ownership changes, so it might be another one because you're supposed to see the Vineyard on this. Now, the rates on this course do fluctuate, and they're based off of demand. Looking at this right now, rates are about $125 to play it in the summertime. I look forward to getting back there at those rates. A cheap, affordable rate like that, you can't go wrong. But it will go up dramatically in the summertime, as we mentioned. Some twilight rates here can drop up to $40, so we like that. We're trying to find independent golf courses, maybe not independent, but just trying to find golf courses. It's an independent golf channel. Swinging us now into number 8, we have a course that closed its doors, opened them up, and then charged a bunch of money. LBI National Golf Club. Let's take a look. Located in Egg Harbor Township. So let's swing on in and take a look at this course that has changed names just recently and hopefully is going to become worth the price of admission. Now, during the peak season, this golf course is well over $100, but we walked in the fall time here, and we were able to get a tee time without booking one right away. And the clubhouse is beautiful. Everything in it is very, very elite. You could tell they're putting a lot of money into this resort. The clubhouse is huge. You could see right there. And just starting you off at number one, there's a lot to like here, but you could see a little bit spotty for a $100 golf course. The course was originally designed by Heron and was built in the year 2000. And that was when it was called Sea Oaks. Now, I like this course. I think there's a lot of strategically designed bunkers throughout the course. The golf architect Ray designed an incredible golf course in 2000. You could see with some of these bunker designs, it was very aggressive. And I was a fan of this course. When I ended up getting out there, my expectations were pretty low. Everyone kind of said that the course wasn't in great shape because it just opened. Now, if I get back there about a year later from recording this, hopefully it's in a little better shape. That's what everyone's telling me too, so maybe we'll move up on this list. Let's go to a course that was one of the first golf courses I ever worked at, Habor Pines Golf Course, but we do not provide any preferences. That might be well worth the price. Now let's walk on in to the first golf hole of this 18-hole championship golf course. And I will say the course is in pretty great shape. We played at the end of the fall here, and hands down the greens were probably the most impressive part about this golf course at the time of the year. The course was designed by Stephen Kay in 1996. And most of the holes you can go after it here, especially that first one, water on the left-hand side. A lot of the holes did have some great water on it. It stretches from the back tees only 6,827 yards. The course has a slope of 129 and a rating of 72.3. It's a good course to get out there and play. Maybe it should be a little bit higher. I ended up playing during a giant event when I was filming this, so my expectations were a little bit lower and frustrated because you're still charging the same amount of money. Swinging us now into Seaview Pines Golf Course, a course that I worked at as well. It's a celebration. Let's take a look. Each one of the golf course holes here at the Pine Course will have a little bit of a scorecard at the bottom right-hand corner with a finger that moves while we go to the next. Now there's two golf courses at this resort, the Bay Course, which we already hit, and now we're looking at the Pines Course. Now the funny thing about this is the Pines Course is a little bit newer, but it opened in 1929. So it's a very old historical golf course that was designed by William Flynn and Howard Toomey. Unlike the Bay Course, the Pines Course goes through the New Jersey woodlands, and there's plenty of elevation changes and doglegs throughout this course that measures over 6,800 yards. Rich history like this, and growing up and going to college, working at this golf course, it just was so appreciated to go back and play it again. Unfortunately, this time we got to pay, but nonetheless, it was still a great golf course. I always kind of liked the Pines better than the Bay, but needless to say, there'll be a little foreshadowing that will give the Bay the benefit of the doubt, which is a little bit more rich history. So let's take a look now at a course that everyone screams at me and says it's the best course in South Jersey. That is Twisted Dunes Golf Course. And the clubhouse is in beautiful shape, and you can tell there's a lot of money floating around this golf course. Now, there's been a lot of other big YouTubers, much bigger than this channel, but we got to tell them who we are.
How you doing?
You get your slips already?
Yeah, he got them. He took them.
Wait till these guys get to the green there and you can hit.
Cool.
Who are you guys?
That's right, major YouTubers like Golf Cities played this course just a year ago. So let's go out and take a look at the course that's been ranked as one of the top New Jersey best public golf courses year in and year out. That is Twisted Dunes Golf Club. And there's no other course like this within the area. There's not much to be said other than it's an interesting golf course because a lot of earth was moved at this incredible, well done golf course, and we'll give that rating at the end and ask whether it's worth it. But for the most part, going out there and taking a look at the history of the course, it was built and designed by golf designer Archie Struthers, and he moved about 2 million cubic yards of earth to put together this remarkable golf course. Now, it's got a true taste of the southern coast within New Jersey and the South Jersey area. Now, it's one of the most popular destinations for golf if you're playing in Atlantic City, and you might have clicked this video if you made it this far and said, okay, well, we're thinking about playing this course on a trip. And I will say you might get your money's worth here, and we're going to go through some of that stats of how much it costs and if this is the course for you. Now, I will always put other courses in this area over Twisted Dunes. I just never was a big fan. I don't know why. I felt like when you're on the holes, you can't even see it. It's a link style, but it's so hilly that you almost need an airplane to get an appreciation of the golf course. The aerial footage, yeah, it looks like an amazing golf course, and it should be a top 5. But McCullough's, which was built on a dump, I always thought that this was a fun course. The rates have increased, maybe doubled when it first opened from what I remember, but let's take a look. McCullough's Emerald Golf Links. Now, this is a public 18-hole golf course that's located in Egg Harbor Township in New Jersey. There's a lot to like about this golf course here that's only about 20-minute drive from Atlantic City. And the course plays a par 71 and about 6,600 yards. Now, it's tributed to the famed European courses such as St. Andrews, and there is a lot of wind on this golf course that used to be a public dump. And you can see by the vents on the left-hand side that this used to be an old city dump until architect Stephen K transformed this old city dump into an affordable 6,535 yard 18-hole golf course. Now, this decade-long project to build McCullough's was started by City Mayor James "Sonny" McCullough, and finally came into fruition in 2002. K is quoted saying that this is one of the hardest projects they ever faced, with the logistical challenge throughout the way, rooting out trees and greens, more than 150 methane gas vents like the ones you saw earlier in the video. And K is even quoted using 400,000 cubic yards of dirt, and you could tell in this golf course there is some elevation and plenty of blind spots. Now, there's about 100 feet of elevation to play with when Kay was designing this course. I'm sure he was throwing a lot of stuff out and trying different things on this dump when it was first built. I also like those 3 holes there on the right-hand side on the other side of the road. I always thought that was interesting. They're designed after other famous golf holes. But nonetheless, we're going to stick it here at number 4 and bring it over to a Jaworski course, which not a big fan of Jaworski courses, I'll be transparent, but let's take a look here at the Blue Heron Golf Club. Mainly not a fan because of the prices that have increased. Heron Pines Golf Club. Now, there's an 18-hole golf course here, and it's spread out, and you're going to have to visit for yourself to check out this pretty decent golf course here. It's in Eagles country, and it's a Ron Jaworski course, so we walked right in the golf shop because we didn't have a tee time, and this course can get extremely busy. There was a couple tee times available, so we just walked right in. It's pretty easy to book it online, but for the most part, sometimes it's a little bit better to see if there's some deals out there, just walking right in. We're going to start off with the facts of this golf course. It was opened in 1993, and one thing that just jumps out at you, they identified themselves as the top golf course in South Jersey for 18 holes public 18-hole golf course. Designed by Stephen K, which is a well-known golf designer. He's also listed in a couple of our other videos. It takes full advantage of the natural beauty of the pine lands, mystic tree lines, and breathtaking venues. So this course, I will say, the layout is pretty well. It's up there with some of the other courses in the area. You're going to pay $100 to play the course easily. A lot of water on the course. And I will say the layout of the course is pretty unique. It was built by Stephen K and Doug Smith. The greens are bent grass, and the golf season is open year-round here at Blue Heron's Pines. Now, I will say Jaworski takes amazing care and condition of his courses. Everything he touches, the golf course seems to get nicer over time, but the prices for like a Gatorade will go up to $7. We keep it transparent on this channel as we move in to number 2. The Seaview Country Club has always been close to my heart and actually gave appreciation to golf history because of me working there. Let's take a look now at Seaview.
Episode of World Twilight Golfer. We're going to be going to the Jersey Shore for a historical golf course, Seaview Resort, the Bay Course. And on the top left-hand corner will be the scorecard and also an indication of what hole you're looking at. The Bay Course opened in 1914 and was designed by Hugh Wilson and Donald Ross. The beautiful golf course hosts the LPGA yearly, the ShopRite LPGA, and hosted the 1942 PGA Championship. So a lot of history at this golf course. The club hosted the ShopRite LPGA Classic from 1986 and 87, and from 1998 to 2006, and again starting in 2010 to currently. Since opening in 1914, it was one of the first golf courses in the area and was originally an elite golf course titled Seaview Country Club. In 2016, things got a little bit messy. The holes were rearranged for improved logistics, and a few holes got a little bit longer. With its long history as a country club, in 1984, the Marriott Corporation bought the club and owned it until 2009. The course was then owned by Stockton College of New Jersey, which then managed the course out to Troom Golf. The course is identified as a link-style course with open fairways and an opportunity to slice the ball and still get on in two. It's definitely the type of course where you want to stop if you're in the area and go out with a few friends and try to slap a ball around and try to keep it in the fairway.
Now, the footage wasn't the greatest back then, and hopefully we can get back over there and really highlight the amazing history that this golf course has to offer. Just like anything, it takes some time to get some grooves. The golf reviews now are a little bit better than the ones a year or 2 years ago. Headed over to my favorite golf course in South Jersey, but unfortunately a tie for Atlantic City top golf courses, which is interesting. We'll give you a little bit of reasoning behind that. But let's take a look over at Balamore. And it's only about a 20-minute drive from Atlantic City and a 20-minute drive from the Atlantic City Airport. And the course we'll be looking at and playing is Ballamor Golf Club. And there's a lot to like about this 18-hole track. Now, the most important thing, it's a long course. It's going to play 7,908 yards from the back tees or the black tees. And from those black tees, the course has a ranking of 74.2 and a slope of 136. Now, there's 4 tee boxes to choose from: the black, the blue, the white, gold. There's arguably a 5th one, as in the red. Now, there's a major separation between holes, and if you take a look on Google Maps, you can clearly see that there looks like there's multiple golf courses, maybe 2-3 holes on each one, which makes it a fun design, so you can get kind of lost going to the next hole depending on what hole you're on. The course opened in 2001 and was designed by firm Clark & Association. Now, this course is the definition of an out and back route golf course. It's about 1.5 miles from the clubhouse if you were to turn around on one of the holes furthest away. Now, being in the Pinelands, there sure is a lot of water on some of the holes. That was a par 3 right there, and then a par 4 over here. Now, we didn't get the greatest footage, but here's a par 5, and one of the unique things about this golf course when playing from the tips, it is one of the longest golf holes in the state, stretching 615 yards, and that is hole number 5. And make sure you stop at Atlantic City before you play this course and win big in the casinos, because you're going to want to bring a lot of money. The course gets pretty expensive. Now, we ended up paying for about $75, and this was in the springtime. Ballamore will always be a top golf course. It's affiliated with Atlantic City Country Club, the private course that was public for like 2 years. That's kicking myself for not playing. It would have been easily a #1 golf course for public courses. They switched the doors. They got content creators over there. They got big things happening. I don't think it'll ever go public again, which is unfortunate. But let's zoom on out because we still have one other tie here. We're looking at the Brigantine golf course. Let's zoom on in because you're right outside of Atlantic City, go play Brigantine. That's my theory. Brigantine Beach, Brigantine Golf Links. Now this 18-hole link-style golf course is located in New Jersey on the shore just outside of Atlantic City. That gives a good picture there of where this course is. So let's look at the links course and we'll go through each one of the holes here and give you a good vision of what course you'll be playing when you do visit Brigantine. Now this is a reasonable golf course. Rates go up to about $89 in the summertime and can drop as low as $35 in the winter. Brigantine Golf Links identifies itself as the best Scottish golf links course in New Jersey, and it gives you a true taste of Scotland at the Jersey Shore. The course was built in 1927 and was designed by golf architect Wayne Steeles. That is a Scottish golf architect here, and that's pretty tight with all the houses on the corner. This is a par 3 here. It's very easy to hit the house on the left-hand side, and for the most part on all the holes, you have a good chance of hitting the house if you spray the ball 20-30 yards off the fairway. And here's an overall view of the course, and it can show right here there's houses throughout the course, but nonetheless it's a fun course. Most of the holes do have some water and challenging bunkers, and it's more of an approach shot course where you really don't need to bring your driver, but you better bring a stack of money and bring it over to Atlantic City next. That's going to do it for our list. Keep a lookout for more videos to come. This is the Parfessor, an independent golf channel focused on the fun, affordable side of golf. If you're not watching, at least go give me your top 10 golf courses in Atlantic City.